What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97, and welcome back to my SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 General Manager mode. This time we are coming to you for the 56th episode of the series here in Salt Lake City, Utah, for the March 14th edition of SmackDown. And as you can see, we've got tag team turmoil in this episode. Tag team matches galore, as not only do we have this matchup where Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock are forced to team up to take on the mixed team of the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H and the United States Champion Kane. But as well as that, we're going to be seeing the tag team titles up for grabs, literally, in a triple threat tornado ladder tag team match. That's set to be an epic main event. Hopefully this way we can deal with some of our superstars who have not popularity issues, but morale issues is what I mean to say. So Edge and Christian, they are going to have to run the gauntlet tonight, that's for sure. But in this matchup, of course, we see rivals being forced to pair up to take on a team of champions. This is certainly going to be... This is a huge understatement to say that it is going to be a tough task tonight for The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, not only do they have to try to coincide and cooperate with each other, but they're taking on two of the top superstars, arguably the two biggest superstars here on SmackDown currently, the United States Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion, in the same match. That's certainly going to be a very difficult task for The Rock and Stone Cold. You have to think it's going to be much easier. See, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. The Rock taking out some of his frustrations on the Texas Rattlesnake, but if he hopes to even make it to WrestleMania, if these two men hope to survive until then, they got to work together. As much as it might kill them to do it, they have to cooperate. Otherwise, Triple H and Kane are just going to beat the ever-living crap out of them. So, The Rock and Stone Cold, it's very important that they be on the same page tonight. As right now, Kane goes after Stone Cold here. Triple H drops a knee right across the skull of The Rock. Stone Cold thus far in this matchup has taken quite a substantial amount of damage in comparison to the other three men in this matchup. But nonetheless, Stone Cold continues to fight on. Nice counter there, as both he and Kane out on the outside. Nice back suplex there by The Rock. And with this being a tornado tag team matchup, there's going to be action left, right, and center. You got to have eyes all over the place in order to keep an eye on the action. Let's look at Triple H, the pile driver right there to The Rock. And in my case, I almost need to have a second person here in the booth with me to call this action. And then the people watching, they're going to have a double set of ears in order to hear both of us at the same time. Work some sort of splitter magic. I'm not quite sure how that would be possible, but we'll make it possible. Right now, Triple H taking out the leg of The Rock. Really wearing it down, perhaps setting him up for that potential figure four leg lock that Triple H has been using, that he has borrowed from his mentor, Ric Flair. As Austin and Kane continue to battle it out on the outside. The Rock now perhaps going to give Austin a bit of assistance, but Triple H cuts him off. But Triple H didn't do a very good job at stopping The Rock, but it almost looked like, well, for a moment there, Stone Cold had the upper hand. But you can tell the damage throughout this matchup. It's taken its toll. And that has given Kane a huge opening to capitalize, but however, it is countered, but however, that was like a double negative almost. Anyways, The Rock, he's in huge trouble. Triple H, pedigree! And that could put The Rock away. Kane, though, thrown back into the ring. Austin might be there to break up in time. No, he's not, but The Rock kicks out anyway. Wow. Talk about resilience there from The Rock, as he's able to kick out of the pedigree. What intestinal fortitude that must have required out of The Rock. It might have just been on instinct alone that he's still keeping himself going. Just his sheer willpower keeping him in this matchup. Meanwhile, Stone Cold has just suffered a choke slam, but the referee, too caught up in the crossface here, locked in by The Rock. And this is giving Austin valuable time to recover. Though the cover, 2, no. There's The Rock to break it up. As right now, back and forth here from Triple H and The Rock. So far, these 4 men have kind of stuck to the same opponents. It's just been Triple H and The Rock one-on-one, and now a knee right again to the face of The Rock. And it's been Stone Cold versus Kane. It looked like Triple H is going to get him some of The Rock, or some of Stone Cold. See, with all that's going on, I'm going to get these people confused. But now The Rock has just been busted wide open by Kane. And look at this. Back suplex there to Triple H. I believe Stone Cold Steve Austin has been busted open as well. Nice drop kick there by The Rock through the ropes. But right now, Triple H, he's taking it to both Austin and The Rock. Really cutting both men down here. But Triple H, you know, how much is this going to take out of him? This 1-on-2 assault. Kane's got to get back in here, and he does. Triple H, kick to the gut. Pedigree to The Rock again. Triple H, he is just on fire right now. Triple H the cover, but I think the referee, he's not paying any attention, and Rock was able to kick out of it. And that's going to be tough. Here's one instance where this referee, his negligence, his incompetence can be justified by something else, by some sort of an excuse. As now Kane, choke slam all the way to hell. And The Rock, he might not be coming back from this one. Stone Cold Steve Austin's got a sledgehammer. Oh, and right to the face of Triple H. And now to the back of Kane in order to break up that pinfall attempt. But now Triple H has taken down Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, and he's got his trusty sledgehammer in hand now. Austin might have been a bad idea to introduce that to this match. And Austin now choked out by the sledgehammer, but able to make a quick recovery. Oh, but now he's in trouble again. Triple H, he just cannot be stopped here tonight in this matchup. A pedigree to Austin, but there's Rock able to make the save. But Triple H, he doesn't care. He will pedigree these men over and over and over until they don't get up. Whether it's broken up or whether they kick out on their own power, Triple H, he will pedigree these men as many times as he has to. I've lost count of how many pedigrees have been delivered in this matchup, but Triple H, that one lays out The Rock. Now perhaps looking to get him some of Stone Cold Steve Austin here. Kane not doing a very good job at keeping these men at bay. I mean, you have to think, how many times could Triple H and Kane have won this matchup if Kane had kept the other opponent occupied? I mean, so many times so many times The Rock and Stone Cold have been able to save each other from defeat. And Kane now back on the outside, almost letting Triple H do the work himself. Well, Triple H, that's exactly what he's going to continue to do. Kick to the gut. Pedigree again to Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock now dumped to the outside. Kane doing his job. 2, 3. The match is finally over. Triple H, he was just unstoppable in this matchup tonight. He was like a ball of fire. He just could not be put out. And pedigree after pedigree after pedigree finally spelled an end to this matchup as our championship team comes out victorious. As now we move on to our main event here, a tag team triple threat tornado tag team ladder match. As we've got the returning #1 contenders, the team of Chris Benoit and Shelton Benjamin, taking on the team of Edge and Chris Jericho, the champions. And a bit of an odd pairing as Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Randy Orton join forces in an attempt to capture championship gold. It's a very unique pairing. We saw these two men compete against each other last week, but now tonight they are on the same side. We'll have to see how this pairing works out for them. Meanwhile, Jericho up on the top rope. He just sent Benoit falling to the ground, and he went for an elbow drop there, but he was unable to connect it. And now here's Edge. He went for one, but you know, it's very tough with all these men in the ring here. It's very tough to try to hit a single person. I mean, you've got all these people getting in the way. I mean, there's action all over the place in this matchup, even more so than our previous tag team match. We've got some people up on ladders. We've got people down on the mat. Look at this. Hogan, he's got Chris Jericho. Hip toss off the ladder. And Jericho, that is a long fall and a resounding crash, as now Hogan drops a leg across the throat of the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. But Jericho, now he had a steel chair, clocks the referee, and that's certainly going to get an applause from the audience. Although typically these fans, they're not going to cheer Jericho or Edge very often, but for something like that, I think they'll let it slide. As again, Hogan and Jericho up on the top of that ladder. Benjamin and Orton going at it. Edge with an as Hogan just dumped to the outside here. Nearly dropped on the top of his head. Might have broken his neck from a fall like that. As now it is Benoit and Edge atop the ladder. But both men, that ladder has been pushed out of position by Chris Jericho. So neither man is really going to be able to get a hold of those tag team titles in the near future. As now the ref gets taken out by Orton. This referee, man, I don't even know why he's here. He should be outside the ring right now so that he doesn't get damaged. And that's if he can suffer any more sort of... Whoa, look at that. Benjamin just caught that ladder in midair. But as I was saying, this referee... You know, I've mentioned his negligence already in this episode, and in the past, I don't know how long I've really picked up on this, but this referee, this is a fine example of why this man has no idea what he's doing. He's in the ring trying to, I don't know, maintain some sort of order here. I don't know what exactly his end game is here. I mean, he's got 6 superstars in the ring. The goal is to climb the ladder. I mean, the ref doesn't have to worry about a pinfall or submission. He just has to make sure that somebody gets that title from the top. But yet he still continues to stand in the ring here. Well, back to the action at hand. Hulk Hogan off the ropes. Blah, blah. Yes, he did that. That to Chris Benoit. No, the atomic leg drop from Hulk Hogan. As now it's Benjamin and Edge up on the top rope. The top rope, the ladder is what I mean to say. You see, there's just so much going on. I can't keep up. RKO from Randy Orton. Benjamin dumped off the ladder. And now Benoit, the crossface applied on Chris Jericho. Benoit looking to make Jericho pass out here. And at least eliminate one man from this matchup. Even if only temporarily. As long as it gives him enough time to make the climb up the ladder and to retrieve those titles. And it'll be worth it. But right now, Benoit just dropping these elbows into the heart of Chris Jericho. Edge now. He's in the corner, looking to spear Shelton Benjamin out of his boots. And he does just that. As now it's Chris Benoit climbing up the ladder, looking to go after those titles. Hogan trying to make his way up, but Benoit knocks him down. And look at this, Benoit atop the ladder. He's got the titles. Benoit's got the tag team titles if he can just unhook him. But no, Hogan prevents that from happening. He swats Benoit out of midair like a fly. And now it's Jericho and Hogan atop the ladder, trading blows back and forth. Who's going to gain the upper hand here? Well, it's Hogan who wins the exchange, and Jericho dumped off the ladder once more. Randy Orton going after Benoit here. Edge off the top here, trying to grab the titles, but the ladder's out of position. Edge can't quite reach him. Benjamin, though, climbing back up after him. Now it's Hogan, and all these men just keep getting knocked down continuously by Edge. But yet they still continue to climb, trying to take this man off of his pedestal. And if you could just, I mean, they're very dangerously close to the outside here. I mean, if someone just tips that ladder over, that could send both men crashing out to the floor. Oh, and there it goes. The ladder just gave out, and both men crashed into the mat. But that's still better than the outside. Orton now throwing Benjamin into the corner. Benoit taking out Jericho. Here's Randy. RKO from the top rope. A super RKO, if you will. And now Randy Orton just exuding arrogance right here. He's soaking it all in. Because now it's Edge and Orton up on the top. Trading punches back and forth. Benjamin gets busted wide open, and a leg drop to boot from Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And now Orton dumped off the ladder by Edge. As we skip ahead a little further in this matchup. This is a long one for sure. This is what happens when you get 6 combustible elements like this in the ring. You're prepared for a war. As Randy Orton dumped off the ladder now. Everybody, nearly everybody in this matchup is covered in blood. This ring is going to be painted a crimson mask by the time this one is done. I mean, just look at this. Benoit's busted open. Benjamin's busted open. It looks like Edge right now, it looks like actually the tag champs are fine, but Benoit and Benjamin, they have certainly suffered the worst in this matchup as Benoit dumped off the ladder there by Edge. And now Jericho, oh look at Orton with a DDT, and now one half of the tag champs has been busted wide open as Edge now dumping Hogan and Benjamin off of the ladder. Benoit's got the ladder, but Edge has a chair right into the face of Chris Benoit. Orton an elbow drop off the top. Edge now. Edge has the tag team titles. He's got him. Jericho and Benoit trying to climb up in pursuit, but Edge pulls down the tag team gold. And Edge and Chris Jericho live to fight another day as your tag team champions. This tag team title reign has certainly been an impressive one. They won the titles back at the Great American Bash. No, that's a little too far. They won the titles back at No Mercy. Not No Mercy, that just happened. I lost the name of the pay-per-view. The one right before Survivor Series. Why can I not forget it? I have forgotten it. It has left me. Anyways, that was back in October. So Edge and Jericho, they have been a dominant force. That's for sure. But still, somehow, Monday Night Raw manages to win, even ever so slightly, in the ratings war this week. That's mighty disappointing, but, you know, Hell in the Cell, we can't compete with that. Anyways, looking at our match ratings, we had a pretty good episode this week, although that 3-star match in the middle might have been what brought us down. But hey, not every match is a 5-star match. So we take a look at our rivalries. Some of them, you know, coming to an end. We're gonna have to wrap them up. Some of them just kind of getting started. I think we're in a good position heading into WrestleMania. Even with the limited match card, I'm sure we can come up with something grand, something extravagant for the show of shows. But that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Next episode, hopefully we can deal with some of these morale issues. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Be sure to stay tuned for the next one, as we are really getting close to crunch time. But until the next one, keep on YouTubing.